There's no way of finding out just yet on how long the WWE are going to keep up this acknowledgement of both mid-card championships. But tonight on Raw, both of them were on the line. First, I want to question the United States Championship match. Couldn't the Authority, Triple H, or Evolution pay or tell the other wrestlers involved in the 20-man battle royal to eliminate Ambrose first or batter Ambrose during the match and the rest of the match is theirs? Just so Triple H can get his first bit of revenge on a member of the Shield. But instead, a part of me was thinking, come on, give the United States Championship to Santino, the guy who was once in the Royal Rumble final. He was in the Elimination Chamber going towards a World Heavyweight Championship match. But that was just wishful thinking from a Santino fan. And then there was Sheamus who picked up the win. Sheamus has finally found something to do in the WWE. Why bring someone back if you haven't really got the secured idea for when he returns? But they found something. The championship has been taken off Ambrose and onto Sheamus. Not a bad start. I'm just hoping the WWE at least have Sheamus do something with that championship. Talking about Sheamus, there's this rumour going round that they possibly want to turn him heel. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea because this face turn, I'm not really enjoying it. I don't think it's really working and Sheamus is not really going anywhere. But we'll have to see what the WWE do with him. And then we have the Intercontinental Championship match where Barrett is defending the IC Championship against Langston in a rematch. Again, this wasn't a bad match. We get some bad news that Barrett's going to win and that's exactly what happened. Uh, I was torn between which match was better, the pay-per-view or Raw match, but either way, Barrett retains. Another championship and wrestler, I want to see the WWE continue to hopefully use that belt in his segments, in his matches to make the belt mean something. Even though WWE paired up Cesaro with pretty much the best heel manager they have in Paul Heyman, I still won't buy in Cesaro as a heel. But tonight on Raw, it looks like they're moving away from the Swagger feud and into a Cesaro versus Rob Van Dam feud. Rob Van Dam hopefully giving Cesaro a good feud, a good put over. And the way to help Cesaro turn heel was the DQ finish where Cesaro kept battering RVD's head. It's a start. I think Cesaro needs something to show that he's portraying as a heel. And again, I'm just liking this feud. Yes, RVD could take a few weeks off, but it's still a potential pay-per-view match. And I'm looking forward to it because Cesaro is still a future and he's definitely going to build himself up with Paul Heyman. Talk about Paul Heyman. How long are they going to keep up this my client? There's a point of using it because we know he's going to get heel heat from it, but there's also overdoing it. We know he's conquered the streak. The best time, Paul Heyman, to mention that your client defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania is at next year's WrestleMania when Taker possibly might not be there, his streak's not there. Save it till then. Get us wanting to think it's finished, but you bring it back at Mania. I'm sure just like Bray Wyatt and myself, there were many fans that loved John Cena showing fear when a young child sang to John Cena in a mysterious, robotic, scary, creepy voice, which made John Cena lose the steel cage match at Extreme Rules. Bray Wyatt's promo on Raw got better. He mentioned how Cena can see Bray Wyatt wanting the world to burn to the ground, burn to ashes. Bray Wyatt said that is correct, just so he can create it to his own world. And how Bray Wyatt Bray Wyatt then started to sound a bit like a bass because he mentioned how Everything he does is for the people, this kind of person, this kind of person, this kind of person. And while John Cena's standing on his own, Bray Wyatt will be surrounded by all these people. So he's starting to sound more like a face each promo. I guess when you're going up against John Cena, you do get that reaction, but promo wise, you have full control of your promo. But Bray Wyatt came across as a face, so maybe after the Cena feud it happens. That's a big possibility. But Bray Wyatt, you cannot go wrong. Bray Wyatt on the mic, talking to John Cena. John Cena not being there, and he's meant to give his reaction to the promo. I think it's at main event or on the network. But I love this part of Raw. The feud's possibly going to continue because at the moment it's 1-1. Bray Wyatt's gold. So for Ryback, Curtis Axel, Rybaxel to get wins on TV, they're being used in the breakup or the teaser of the breakup of the Rhodes brothers. Because Rybaxel on their own as a tag team really weren't convincing enough. Okay, do that, but when they get their tag team championships shot, it's not really going to be believable for them to win it and retain and hold on to those championships. But pushing them to a side, the Rhodes brothers breaking up, I think it should happen soon because teasing is good and all, but you've delayed it from pay-per-view after pay-per-view because they've either been involved in other matches or they seem like they're on good terms again. Are you going to use this at Payback or are you going to stretch it to SummerSlam? If you're going to do it, just do it. I do believe with the name of Cody Rhodes, a guy fans used to, possibly still do, to make it higher in the WWE. And Goldust, yes, he's a name, but maybe because he's been around in the WWE a while, he's losing that special touch. But either way, the Rhodes feud could be used at SummerSlam, but that means continuing this until SummerSlam. As much as I love the monstrous Kane, the WWE let the gimmick down tonight on Raw, I felt. So apparently at Extreme Rules, Daniel Bryan had angered the big red monster to a point where we didn't know what he was going to do. But he is on Raw tonight, and Daniel Bryan and Bray better get out of here. So Stephanie offers them a car. So you know by the way it was building up, Stephanie threatening to strip Daniel Bryan's World Championship for him if he doesn't compete against Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio facing the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm not sure what he did to deserve this, but I guess maybe Del Rio is being used to fill in the blanks, to give wrestlers okay matches, which these two did put on, I guess. But then it goes Daniel Bryan and Bray trying to flee the arena in the car. This is where it gets really ridiculous. Earlier in the night, Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan left the car doors unlocked and the windows open. So you knew something was coming. There's so many clues on here. So when Daniel Bryan's trying to fix the car, Brie Bella's screaming her head off because Kane appears in the back. If you were Kane, instead of going in the back of the car, wouldn't you magically or appear next to Brie Bella and drive off, kidnap her, giving Daniel Bryan the reason to be annoyed, frustrated, worried, so it builds up a potential rematch at Payback? Not saying that's not gonna come next week, the week after, or whatever, but this, Daniel Bryan escaping the arena after Kane sits up after being driven off the car roof. And the way Kane landed straight, it's not realistic, but that's not the point. This didn't give me the monstrous Kane feeling. It didn't really give me the payoff after having about 3 segments throughout the night. This was a letdown. Hopefully, if they are continuing this to build up the Payback rematch, they make Kane actually look smarter than this. A filler segment for the tag teams that we don't care about, and it's the little guys that matter more. The 5th of May celebration between Las Matadores and 3MB. It was terrible. I don't really care. If they're continuing with the El Torito and Hornswoggle feud, great. That's more entertaining. And then we get to Rusev defeating Kofi Kingston. Zeb Coulter seemed a little bit sour after Swagger lost that elimination triple threat match at Extreme Rules. Starts to naming wrestlers who he feels should be deported. Cesaro, Heyman, Santino, Emma, Sheamus and Paige. But as he's about to continue his promo, out comes Adam Rose. And it's finally happened. Another NXT wrestler's been brought into the WWE. And I want to praise this guy, but you could have had a match here which would have shown the next step for Adam Rose. But maybe the fact he interfered in the segment means it's going to happen. What do I think of Adam Rose? Who's going to last longer? Adam Rose's character or Fandango's? Sorry, Fandango! Because with this, out there, wild, party people kind of character, it hasn't really worked. It didn't really work for Fandango. It didn't work for Brodus Clay. I want to give this guy credit because so far in the WWE, the NXT wrestlers have been getting great booking, good time in the ring, on the mic. It's been going quite well. But Adam Rose, so they didn't get to main event Extreme Rules, but thanks to Triple H stating that the Shield's luck has ran out, they get to main event Raw against the Wyatt family. And it really weren't the match that mattered. The Shield interfere, giving Bray Wyatt the chance to hit the Sister Abigail on Roman Reigns for the win. And then there's this big fight between Evolution beating down on the Shield members. You get to see an RKO on Roman Reigns. You get to see a pedigree on Roman Reigns, and then a triple powerbomb to Roman Reigns. So yes, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had their spots in the actual match, but the WWE or Evolution are highlighting Roman Reigns in the finale. So it leaves me wondering, with Batista still being there, are they building up to a rematch at the next pay-per-view before Batista leaves in June to promote his movie? I wouldn't mind that because I feel these two teams can put on a good feud and another great match against each other. The finish I felt was good. It left us wondering what Batista's going to do, what's going to happen at the pay-per-view, what's going to come up next week for the Shield and Evolution. Yes, and the other thing that surprised me, the prediction of Evolution interfering or possibly John Cena was there, but John Cena didn't appear on Raw. Raw overall though, not so good. It felt like the things that mattered, the championship matches, the main event of Raw, were the highlighted good parts of Raw. The rest just felt a bit meh. But please share your thoughts. Let's get a discussion going. Let's get the comments going. And I'll be speaking to you all again soon.